This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine. This little light of mine, I'm gonna let it shine.
So the film we saw tonight, I think, was just a small slice, as my friend Clark Reese put it, of the history of the civil rights movement.
This is where the civil rights movement started. This is a little passage from a case from the United States Supreme Court some time back, but I call it the beginning of the civil rights movement. At issue in this case was the question of whether one particular slave who had spent 4 years in free territory in Missouri could sue for his freedom, saying that he was a citizen of Missouri.
The songs were a source of relief, a source of calming, a source of getting yourself together and being able to discard that and disregard anything else that might happen to you or those that were with you.
Speaking of the music and how it calms you down.
In jail, almost every time without fail, we were singing.
The first time I went to jail, we were protesting police brutality.
And there were a number of reasons why we were singing. One is because it helped to alleviate the concentration on what might possibly happen to you.
The police had beaten 2 of the white freedom riders because they had attended a party at black folks' home.
The FBI man had told me, he said, you're that fellow that around here taking pictures. Let me tell you one thing. If you make one flash in this church, we're going to take you out the back way and you'll be gone.
It wasn't uncommon, particularly in small towns, for the sheriff or one of the deputy sheriffs to put you in a cell with white country boys and ask them to indoctrinate you into the Southern way of life and their feelings on racial mixing, which generally led to a severe beating. This did not only happen to men, it happened to girls, young women, young ladies.
So we went in and we sat down and we started singing.
It is no accident that the songs that you heard came mostly from the tradition of the black church.
And the police came out and said, will you please stop singing because you're disturbing our communication center.
For it is in the church that people feed their souls and their spirits.
You would sing and sing to calm yourselves, but also to aggravate the deputies.
So when he sang that, we sang louder and louder. So they brought the dog out, and I'm afraid of dogs.
And this so-called civil rights movement was a spiritual thing.
So we kept singing, and they pushed the dog, and the dog was leaping towards us, and we sang louder. Ain't gonna let no police dog turn me round, turn me round. And the dog came close.
Oftentimes at night, late at night, we would be singing and they would be screaming and cursing and calling you everything but a child of God and saying, why don't you niggas shut up and go to sleep?
Turn me round, ain't gonna let no police dog turn me round. And they brought the dog closer. And when they saw that they could not intimidate us, they took the dogs away.
And that is why we drew strength from the old Negro that Justice Taney probably had never heard and didn't understand.
If singing is believing, then what is not singing?
The music was very important in the marches, in the mass meetings, and in the jail. They served different purposes at different times, but always they served to benefit us. And it helped us to concentrate and keep our focus on what the objectives were.
Please take a minute to give thought to what it is that you didn't see tonight.